Hello there YouTube, it's your boy Ryan with another video, this time on my review on Junkrat, or actually Octane, but I call him Junkrat. Okay, I had a full day to test out this character, see his quirks, his things that make him move, and I just have to say, I've enjoyed him so far. I've enjoyed every moment I've used him, but I'm still not sure if he's gonna replace Wraith for me, but I'm just saying he's fun to use. Okay, definitely a lot more enjoyable than using Caustic. His abilities, for someone like me who likes to run and gun, I like to go into a situation quickly and get out as quickly as possible. His abilities really, they gelled with me a lot. So we're gonna take a look at everything about him, and we'll talk about what makes him good and what I like about his character. All right. So in this game, I had an interesting squad. Funny enough, Jolly Golf actually, I think he disconnected at the beginning of the game. So actually, it was only two of us, the medic and I, who played the entire game. But it wasn't all bad, Well, it definitely wasn't all bad. We enjoyed the game. We enjoyed the match. So I said jump master. I decided to go the blue zone, I believe. Yeah, I went the blue zone just because I like that scramble, but not the the panic that comes when you go for the blue zone. Because usually people land there, and you can get a couple of kills. If you start there, and usually one good thing is, apart from the good loot you can get from a blue zone, when you come out from a match with a lot of kills from the beginning of the game with a few kills under your belt, it kind of gets you in the groove for the fight. Okay, you find that your aiming gets better in later fights. You make the right decisions in later fights and stuff like that. It's kind of like a quick warm-up of sorts. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're playing. Okay, so here I didn't chase her because I didn't have shield, and going out into the open without shields is a recipe for disaster. All right, so I quickly picked up some shields and I ran out hoping to take her out, but at this point my boy already finished her off. So I decided to walk back and try and get an angle, see if there's anyone else, and I found over there. And so I went around and basically finished her while she was healing, which is a big rookie mistake. Okay, you do not randomly heal until you've cleared the area and make sure no one is there. So okay, now I've talked about the beginning of this game. Let's talk about Junkrat, or Octane, basically. His abilities. Okay, he has three abilities. His first, the passive, basically he heals a point of health, 1 HP every 2 seconds. It's not really it doesn't seem like much, but it really it creates a good synergy with his second ability, his first active, which is basically he pops a syringe into himself and he loses health. I can't remember how much HP exactly. I think 10% of his health. Yeah, he loses 10% of his health, and he gains 30% more speed than average. Okay, so 30% more speed and for 10% of his health for 6 seconds. Okay, so it's a great ability if you're trying to run away from people are ganging up and you want to run away from a fight. Okay, so it's a very awesome ability for times like that. But at the same time, there's a tendency for people to misuse the ability. Okay, I've seen people just randomly popping it just because the cooldown is so short, and they forget that they're losing a lot of HP every time they do it. So you should be careful when you're doing it. Okay, that's just what I'm gonna say to you. But apart from that, it's also perfect for based on strategy. It's good for getting an angle on a player. Okay, so if you're fighting in the middle of a building, let's say a building, okay, and you run out of the building, you're fighting someone in the building, you can pop that in, run out of the building, run around to the other side, and come back in and take the guy out. and because they will never expect you to. People are not used to players being that fast. Okay, after some time, people are gonna get used to Octane speed and the possibility of him coming around. But at least for this beginning right now, I've been able to get a lot of kills that way. Okay, I use his ability and I run around a corner or something and double back on someone, and they don't expect it because it's just way too fast. And yeah, so you can easily get up on someone that way. So you notice here that I paused for a bit, and the reason for that is I heard footsteps. Okay, so this is something you want to do when playing. Okay, especially in a crowded area like this, you want to stop every now and then just to listen. Okay, your ears hear a lot in this game. Okay, if you just pause, take a pause every time you walk. Maybe you walk for about, maybe you're running for a bit in a place like this with a lot of cover, somewhere like Skulltown or here Cascades. Yeah, you just want to pause, because usually other players will be running around and then you can hear them, and when you hear them, you know the position, you know where they're likely to shoot you from, stuff like that. Okay, so that's the smart thing to do. Now like I was saying about Junkrat or Octane, I'm just gonna call him Junkrat because that's what I love to call him. He reminds me of Mad Max. So reminds me of Mad Max, Borderlands, that kind of character, those scrappy, apocalyptic world kind of characters. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. So I'm just gonna be calling him Junkrat. So when I say Junkrat, just don't talk about Octane. So Junkrat, when he's running, his ultimate, is basically this trampoline kind of ability, and he just drops it on the floor and you can step on it and jump. All right, now there's something I noticed for a lot of people when using their Junkrats, when they pop that ability on the floor, when they step on it, they don't go very high. Okay, their lift is very little, and the reason for that is there's a tip. Let me call it a tip that I can give you to get a lot more lift to your jumps. Okay, and what you do is when you're running on that trampoline, on the jump pad, what you want to do is just the second before your leg steps on the pad, you just press your jump button. Okay, I don't know what it is on PC, okay, just put your leg on. Once your foot is stepping on the jump pad, just press your jump. Okay, you jump with it, and when you do that, you notice you get a lot more lift to it. And the ability now, that what it does is it helps you get to a high ground. Okay, in this game I only needed to do it at the end of the game because I spent a lot of this game on high ground, overlooking other players fighting like here, so I didn't really need it that much. But yeah, it's a very helpful ability when you want to quickly get high ground, or when you want to if someone's coming at you from a tight angle, you can pop it, jump over the person to another angle. And one thing you notice is a lot of people aren't good at turning when there's sharp movement. Okay, so when you make a jump like that over someone, a lot of them aren't good at quickly adjusting themselves. All right, so that's one use for that ability. All right, now what happened here was when after we left the little enclosure over there, I heard shots on my back and I came up and I started watching the fight from above. Okay, now the reason why I didn't push immediately is I had to make sure I knew another squad were coming in. All right, so I had to make sure I know where all the players are before. It's always good to know where the players for a fight are before you run into the fight, because what can happen is you can run into a fight all gung-ho and then basically get wiped from someone coming up from behind you. So now the reason why I'm confident in staying where I am is I've already cleared my back. Okay, I have my back to the red line, to the ring. I know no one's coming out from there, so I can watch and spectate this fight and basically try and force people into the fight. Like that guy now, he was trying to stay far away from the fight, and I wasn't having that. I was going to force him into the fight. So what I did was I took a couple of pot shots at him, basically to force him to participate, because now, because he's shooting at me, the people in the house know that he's around, he's in the area. And so what they're gonna do now is they're gonna start shooting back at him, and that's gonna force him to go into that house and join the fight. Now same, like I said, this bloodhound goes in there, and now I know everyone's in the house, there's no players outside hanging around, so I can run in there now and just take care of everyone. Meanwhile, my boy is shooting them through the window, okay, which is actually very helpful. And now that I know that there's someone here, I can just finish them off. That the last guy, and the entire squad is down. I'm the #1 winner. Okay. Now, if you're someone like Shroud or Ninja or DZ or all those guys, you might be able to run in there with a wingman and basically take care of business. Okay. But I use my favorite guns are the R301, R99. And guns like that, while they do shred, they're not perfect for a crowd situation. Okay, so for a major craziest fight like this, if you go there with an R99, the amount of time it takes to down a single person isn't ideal for a crazy fight like that, because by the time you down someone, usually someone already knows where you are and they're shooting at you at that point. Okay, so yeah. It's usually people who have the R99 who are good with the wingman that can afford to just run up on a crazy ass fight like this and just start downing people one by one, just popping their heads off. Okay, if you're that good, I hail you, man, but I'm not that good. Okay, so what I like to do is position myself for the best kill. Okay, I'm not gonna run from a fight, but I'm gonna play it smart. That's the difference. Okay, so now we're down to 3 squads. Normally I would wait for the last couple of squads to fight, but in this game I haven't really had a lot of fights. Okay, I haven't been involved in too many firefights, so I'm feeling a bit bored. So I decided to start pushing people. I just started pushing everywhere, trying to find where people are. Like I said, you notice I stop a lot of times. I have to stop just to listen if anyone's around. And here you see the use of the jump pad. Okay, you can see the amount of lift I got, and now from here I can look in on this place. There's no one in this building because I'm listening and I'm not hearing any sounds. Okay, no one's walking in there, so there's no one there. And now I know there's a blue supply drop over there. You can see the blue line, and that lets me know that more than likely someone's gonna push for that. Okay, so after I clear my left, I turn back to my right, I'm looking at that supply drop, and I know that most likely someone's gonna go for it. So what I do is I start moving towards there little by little. I'm sorry about that marker. That marker was I thought I heard footsteps, but it was actually my boy. That was my bad. But yeah, like I was saying, I look at that the blue line. I keep my eyes on that, because once that disappears, it means there's a squad is over there, which means it's time for me to push. So actually I'm moving slowly towards it. I noticed it disappear, and now I'm running. I'm full on gunning for it, because I know definitely now that someone's opened it, means someone's there. Okay, so while I'm moving, I get shot. Okay, and I'm not sure where the shots were coming from. They're coming from above, but I'm not about to confront someone who has high ground on me. So I run away. I run to the back, and I decide I watch my back here, because there's a chance someone's going to take the Wraith portal to follow me, but fortunately no one does. So I quickly fix my shields and begin listening. Okay, again, the fight's still happening to my left. I'm about to pick up this high ground so I can get that, but I see this guy and cancel the jump so I can take her out. Now while that's going on, I tried to, I missed this jump. So like I said, that's one of the uses of that. Okay, you get the high ground on everybody. Like someone like here, where it would be very difficult otherwise, I get the high ground here. Okay, and now I made a mistake. I pushed, but the problem was there were 2 people, and I got caught in 2 minds. I wasn't sure who to shoot at anymore. Okay, I wasn't sure who I was shooting at, and that messed me up. Okay, so now those guys who I was fighting, they made a mistake here. Okay, because they played conservatively, they're not used to fight. Okay, they decided to run away just because the ring was on them. Okay, so they, instead of pushing me, they ran away to the other side, and which is a very poor move, because in the end of the game you're supposed to finish me off. Okay, you want to finish people off, because if you don't finish them off, their teammates are gonna revive them like this now, and then you're gonna have someone who should have been dead actually fighting you. Alright, and now you see why that was a bad move, because now I have an angle on them. I can see them, they can't see me, and boom, one down. And now, like I said, I know he's gonna revive, so I'm gonna push him, but not from in front. Okay, what a lot of people don't know is he can push from the back, from the ring, and just go around. He doesn't see me, and I got him. He's down. And that's the end of the game, you know. Anyway, just want to let you know how I enjoyed Junkrat. This wasn't my first win with him. My first win was basically a carry, but you know, basically, I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed Junkrat. I hope you enjoy him too. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.